Hey, aloha. I want to try something a little different today and try some channeling. I've done it by myself, but I thought I'd record it to see what I say, per se. I was named. Well, let me tell you a story real quick. I was born on December 24th, 1996, and my parents, my family, my siblings didn't know what to name me. They spent hours, a whole night, deciding what to name me, and each name that was proposed was denied. Either one person didn't like it, so they had to decide together what to name me. So, that night, my mother went to bed, and an angel came to visit her. And this angel said, "You will name your son Michelangelo after Michael the Archangel." And so, I began this journey, creating a relationship with my name, with my higher self, and starting this journey, darling. So, yeah, let's get started. It is the predicaments of such grievances to announce that the world's pandemic is the ultimate test of humanity. Whether or not we are choosing to live together as the ocean that we are, or we become the ocean in itself. Not to say exactly that the world is ending, because it'll live long after us, right? But as humans, the people tend to use their humanity and their existence as a way to survive, right? That these physical bodies are not infinite. But you see, we are infinite. We are the drop in the ocean. As they say, we are the tears that fall from our eyes. And when those tears fall, they rise. They ascend to the skies, to the heavens, to the clouds, to what we call as gods. And then we fall back down on earth upon the heads of many, and upon the waters that flow effortlessly millions and thousands of years of history in crystalline light, spells of healing. Of course, there are the few that do choose the darkness. Never mind that right now, though. We are the ones to bring this earth back to its guidance state, yes. Not exactly telling us what to do, or you to do, but allowing the rocks to fall where they may, and that the foundations be created in such a way that it is time for the change, and it will be effortless. The polarities that we face, the negative and the light, the survival of the fittest and the warriors, well, it's all pish-posh, you see. We cannot live in the fear of which enthralls us on the social medias of what we call these days. And the social media, oh my god, back in the day we used to just use our heads to talk with each other. It was like a web, a hive mind, will you say? Yeah, and we have the potentiality to do this, yes. Yes, we do. Because of the social media. The social media is exactly what we needed to get in contact with all of the beings who can speak like this, talk like this, listen like this, see like this, smell like this, taste like this, feel like this. Because it's not in the slightest to even deem us, the humans, unworthy or powerless. Back in the ancient days, we lived among you. We lived among the humans because they were like sponges, you see. They had a way to absorb the teachings of our races, of our times, of our history. And they had a way to evolutionize that which was created a long time ago. And you see, what I'm talking right now is not quite exactly what's happening right now, but it's been happening for centuries, you see. What's happening right now, the disastrous planes, have been going on long before this body, for sure. Now, this body did exist at that time, but far more complicated to explain right now, yes. Let's stay back on topic. And the pandemic switches. That will be the final call for us to see, and as I mean us, I mean as the two-legged humans who walk upon the earth. We like to talk through Michelangelo through being relative to what you see and what you talk to. We found that many people have found it ill to experience someone talking as if they weren't that of what is. And if we are able and allowed and has the consent to communicate, we are of service to bring the light back to the heavens. What is it? Michelangelo has this chant, and we will rise, yes, we will. And so we work together, you see. As indigenous and as ethereal as we are, we have to work together to create this middle ground, you see, between the higher realms of the timeless plane and the physical plane that many live in. You can find us everywhere, really. We look just like you and me. It's just, are you willing to step across the threshold and welcome the guidance, the conversation to humanity in itself? You see, the Hawaiian people, especially the Mu, had a great understanding and political alliance with us. But we didn't call it political alliance back in the day. It was just a friendship, a knowledge exchange, you see. They're powerful people. Much like us, very much like us. They had gates that were open to us. We didn't have to talk through these people, we could see them. And somehow the times have changed, and we watched, and we watched, and we watched, and we did not help it. We couldn't, as much as we wanted to come down here. It wasn't safe at the time. No. We would have just put ourselves out too. As much as they called for us, we had to stay back. For there is a time when we will be needed. Yes. And there will be a time when we will descend and ascend down to the heavens. Playing our Konami board, allowing the stones to fall where they may, so that the foundation can be made and structurally sound. And so we bring forth this message to bring harmony, to bring peace of mind, to start the journey for you, for us. And when I say us, it's not quite just as a human, yes? It's us, it's everything. It's the primordial essence of which we all came from. The black darkness, the timeless essence. The muddy waters that which the lotus comes out of, you see, and flies out of the grains of time to be delivered to the water, to the surface of the water. And there is found by man the heavenly calling of enlightenment. You see, enlightenment isn't just being kumbaya hum sharahama, as you may say in a comical sense. Enlightenment is the understanding of all. To be able to listen, to be able to talk, to be able to observe, to take action, to be within your power, fully and wholly, so that you may know your calling on this earth, so that you may do the work at hand. No more to the 9 to 5. As we all can see now, we've been praying for this moment for decades. Oh, darling, for decades. But you see, manifestations are a wild thing, man. And here we are. In this time, now, ready to bring it on to its highest. Yes? And, have fun. Listen to your gut, your na'o. The craziest things that you thought you could never do, that you always want to do to help people, do it! Now's the time, man. Now's the time. You're sitting at home not doing anything. Oh, the ancestral realms, don't you say? No, we are not just the ethereal realms. We're all that ever existed. Your ancestors, your past lives, the body that you live in, created centuries ago by one of your own. Your soul, it's ever living, it's limitless, it's infinite. It has experienced and has and always will experience more than you realize. But if you tap into such higher states, perhaps with control and reasoning, because humans are fairly known to let their minds wander to the most obscene places, because we have emotion. Humans have emotion and ego. It's hard to decipher and observe ourselves. It takes much discipline, yes. But you see, as time and time moves forward and the generations continue, we must teach our children and ourselves the healing arts of what we were called to do. And there are many forms: politics, chanting, dancing, classes, teaching, science, alchemy. Even the man who lives underneath a boulder has a calling, and he's probably doing it. Many homeless people have decided to leave their homes because the state of which they carry was not accepted in the world, you see. And so when you see many talking to themselves out loud to one another, it's not because they're crazy. It's because they weren't accepted, you see. Their gifts weren't accepted by society. And we have to uplift everyone. Not just humans, you see. The whales, the birds, the ants, everything. We're all conscious, you see. Not just humans. The piggeries. Such a fascinating thing. But you see, Michelangelo knew and had a nice family that would pray over the animals the night before. The pigs, they spoke nothing of their ending of this physical life that they were living. No, they knew their calling. And as short-lived and gruesome as it was, they understood the consciousness of what we shared together was given. So we must realize this, friends and family. All life has consciousness, and all life deserves to be understood. The contemplation of which one speaks of is the human aspect of understanding one another. It's in contemplation of what most call is the truth of understanding another in another dimensional realm. Right? The frequency of what we jump to. We are multi-dimensional beings, which means we can jump into any frequency possible. Essentially, we are infinite beings. It's just whether or not you are going to dive in and step off the edge into the unknown, into the primordial essence of the darkness, the timeless, where everything exists all at the same time. We are not here to make a show. We are here to be serious. We are here to uplift and to bring forth our natural beauty. For the times of living in the cave is over, and our incantations of life, the words that we speak each and every day, are the incantations of manifestation, whether you know it or not. And so be wise in your words, and be wise in your decision of how you think, and the visions that come with the words that you speak. For example, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. The kauna, the hidden meaning behind words, that as a whole on this earth is our goal. For the next steps is to understand the kauna. The imagery. I love you. Once we can get to the stage of underlying messages and imagery, two at the same time, what a world it will be, and what a world it will become. And so, as Michael the Archangel, this is the message that we share with you today. Never fear. Have faith in the Creator who breathed all into life. Because that is where I lie. That is exactly where Michelangelo the human lies. This is him. So go forth. I love you. And I guess that's it. I don't know. I'm just going with it. After all, we are multidimensional beings. We have a duty. This is mine. Ahui ho, malama puno.